Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. NK Chami here. If you want to know how this beautiful, gorgeous, glowing look was created on our ebony model, you would have to sit back and keep on watching. Like, this tutorial is very well detailed, so you really won't want to miss out the tutorial. Hey and welcome back to my beautiful small YouTube family, and I hope you're going to be part of the family. So today we're going to learn how to create this beautiful look on our ebony model. As you can see, the aim of the tutorial is for us to retain the shade of an ebony muse. Okay, I know most makeup artists find it difficult to work on an ebony muse or just a dark person without having issues retaining that particular shade. That's one issue most makeup artists are finding it difficult to do, and today we're going to show you guys how to get to retain the particular shade of a muse. So if you're a first timer, you want to do well by clicking on the subscribe button so you'll be part of the family. Also, the notification icon if I post a new video. So guys, first thing you should worry about while working on a dark skin model is to ensure that the foundation is her perfect shade. Now the question is, how do you know if the foundation is a perfect shade? If the foundation applied or being used by the makeup artist is exactly the same color as the skin of the muse. Now let's say, as you can see in this video now, I'm using a particular shade on my muse. The foundation shade is not very much far from her exact shade. It's preferable you use a shade that is exactly her shade, or especially when you're working on a dark skin model, or you use a shade like a shade darker, not lighter. Now we're talking about when you're working on a dark skin model, because obviously you're going to do your highlight, and that's where most makeup artists get it wrong. When they are doing their highlight, they tend to use a way lighter shade for their highlight. Now for my highlights, I'm using shade Toast from Elegant Pro Concealer for my highlighting, because the shade is not actually very much loud, and it can work for this particular shade of my muse. I'm trying to retain her ebony shade, so I won't be going in with a very light shade. So I'll prefer to go in with a warmer shade for her highlight. I'll just go in with a lighter shade for just the inner highlight. Like you can see in the video, I use a lighter shade for just the inner highlights, while every other part will go with this warm shade for her major highlight. So guys, when blending out your highlight, I prefer to blend out the dark highlight first, as you can see, just so it's easy for the demarcation not to be so obvious. So I always blend out the darker highlight. That if I'm going to be using two shade for my highlighting, I'm going to blend out the darker shade first before going in to blend the lighter shade. And this is just to help me blend out faster and quicker. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the darker shade first before going in to blend the lighter shade. Nothing too serious about that, but if you know you are actually good with blending, and you're sure that even if you go in with the lighter shade and then go down to the dark shade, you won't have any issues, then it's fine. You can also go ahead to blend everything. So I'm going to go over now to contour the nose. I'm using her shade foundation to contour the nose. As you can see, I'm just trying to give it that detailed look first, just to ensure that the nose is looking pointed, right? So that's the main aim of a makeup artist. If your nose is not pointed, you're not there yet. So I'm just going to go ahead to try to remove the demarcations that I was seeing from my highlights. So guys, I'm going to go over to do my blush now. I'm going to use a creamy blush. I'm using my lipstick palette from Blossom Cosmetics. I'm using more like a purple shade. I wanted to go in with red or orange, but I decided to go in with purple because it's not so loud, and it also helped me to retain that dark ebony kind of shade that I really want to get. I don't want her to be looking so white, so I'm just going to go ahead to use this shade and blend it all over. So when I'm done with that, I'll go over to use my powder. So I'm using my I think this is actually my VBT, yeah, my VBT powder palette, the medium size, and I'm going to use a shade that lighter for her highlight, and then when I'm done with my highlight, I'll go over to use her actual shade for the powder. So I've been asked severally why I love to use a powder profile to
apply my powder, especially for my highlighted region. Well, the reason is basically because it tends to make the powder sit well on the face or on the skin. Like it actually um, presses the powder into the foundation and doesn't make me to have harsh lines. Okay, so I normally use my powder brush on other part of the face, as you can see in the video, but when it comes to my highlighted region, I love to use a powder puffer to dab into the skin before going out to use a brush. As you can see, I'm using my brush set now to like blend it out, knowing fully well that yes, the skin is not moist because there's enough powder on those regions. Okay, now if I'm done with my powder or my highlights, I'll go over to use my same powder, a powder shade, to go over the nose contour again. Well, this is actually important because obviously you just don't want to leave it the way it was. We did liquid contour, and you have to go over to do your powder contour, so it will more or less bring out the shape or to define the nose more. Now, before going over to set the face using my setting powder, I love to set using my fix spray first. I'll set using my fix spray first before going over to use my setting powder on the face. Why? I prefer to allow the powder to sink in to the product to use before that the foundation, before going over to put my setting powder on the face to bake. Now coming down to my brows, well, I'm going to be using like this carrot, yeah, carrot gel liner, 2-in-1 gel liner, and I'm still going to be using my pencil in shade 3. That's David eye pencil in shade 3. I prefer using that because it's a little bit darker. I love the shade when I'm working on a dark person. So guys, I'm going to be using my gel liner to achieve this perfect brow tutorial today, and I actually mixed my brown shade for my carrot 2-in-1 gel liner, and also the black shade from my Kiss Beauty 2-in-1 gel liner. So I'm using the mixed shade, the black and the brown, to get the defined shape of the brows first, and then I'm going to go over using my pencil to shade inside the bra. Okay, I just wanted the shape to be dark, because if I go in with just the normal brown shade, it may not be visible, and I actually want the brow to come out looking very nice and also visible. I want the shape of the brow to be visible because yeah, I'm working on a dark skin person. Okay, so that's the reason I actually mixed the brown and the black, just so I will get a different shape. As you can see, I'm going in with just the brown inside, as you can see in the video, just so inside of the brows won't be so dark. Yeah, so that's the aim of the reason, or the reason why I'm using the brown shade and the black shade for the outer part of the brows. Now I'm going to still go over to use my pencil to get this natural hair-like stroke. So I'm going to that same thing I'm working right now. I'm using my David's eye pencil. Always ensure that the pencil is sharp, or else you won't have that natural hair-like stroke. I'm still going over to the same concealer I use, that's shade Toast from Elegant Pro Concealer, to conceal the brows, as you can see, and then I'm going to go over to for my eyeshadow. Now, basically, right, yeah, I don't think I had the idea, or I have an idea what I was going to do for this my muse. Like, I was like, what kind of look will I give to this my ebony muse? I wanted to give her something like a brighter look, but I said no, no, no. I mean something very, very crazy, and we started playing with the brushes. So I think I'll just let you guys watch the eyeshadow tutorial, because I don't really know where to start explaining the tutorial for you guys, but I know it's actually self-explanatory. As you watch it, you're gonna understand it. Okay. So guys, if you're with us this very moment, that means you're actually enjoying the tutorial. Please do wait to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, like it's very important, and also notification icon down below, so every time that I'll post a new video, as you won't want to miss on any important tutorial we're going to be posting. Just me guys, we are going to be having classes back to back. So you won't want to miss out on any of these tutorials that we're going to be posting on our page. So please do well to stick to the family, subscribe to our channel, and also that notification icon, click on it so when we post a new video. So guys, I usually prefer using my gel liner to do my under eye lining. As you can see, I just don't like using any other kind of liner to work on my under eye lining. But then when it comes to the up parts, guys, I prefer to use my pencil liner. No matter how I use my gel, I will still go back to use my pencil liner to work on the upper part of my eyeliner. I don't know what I'm saying if it's making sense, but I guess you understand. But just know that I just prefer to use my pencil liner for the upper part of the eyelid, and then I prefer to use my gel for the under part of the eyelid. So guys, let me ask you, do you normally use your hand to fix your lashes, or you love to use the applicator to fix your lashes? Well, I just tried to use the applicator today because for just paparazzi sake. Let me use that word if it makes sense. But personally, I love to use my hand to fix my lashes. Trust me, it's for me it's easier and faster. But most time when I'm filming, I just decide to go over to use the applicator. But then personally, I love to use my hand. I know I've seen some people that don't use their hand at all, but I love it. It's easier for me and it's faster for me. You know how as a makeup artist, most times it's preferable you work as fast as you can because your clients may not have the whole day to spend. So I got used to using my hand. So that's for the lip. I'm going to be doing something, or let's say a lip combo that's not so far from the eyeshadow combination. So it's more like purple and pink. So I'm just giving it a look that's not so far from the eyeshadow combination. Another thing I'll just give you guys is if you are trying to work on your lip combo, try to use a darker shade on the outer part of the lip to define the edge of the lip before going in with a lighter shade, as you can see, and try your possible best to ensure that the edges of the lip is well detailed, like it actually gives you a very lovely finish. Okay, so if the lip is very detailed, the edge is very detailed, you see the lip combo will come out looking so nice. And also try to blend the demarcations between the two shade you are working on. So as you can see, I'm giving trying to give it a very good blend, and yeah, I think actually came out nice. Yeah, it did came out nice. All right guys, so before going out to work on my creamy blush or to blush the face for the last time, I prefer to blend out the skin work first. Like go ahead to blend out the setting powder that we use to bake the face. Like make sure the skin work is perfect before going over to do my creamy blush. I'm using the same shade I used before while doing my liquid blush. Yeah, so I'm using the same shade right now, and the same shade from my Blossom lipstick palette. So I'm using that same shade on my as my creamy blush, as you can see in the video. So guys, I'm using my same Tehila um bronze palette for this particular one. Like I actually love the look it gives. Like it's so pigmented and I love to work with this, especially when I'm working on a dark skin person. Like I love the shade of the dark bronze, or should I say the dark bronzer. Yeah, I love the shade it gives. So if you are bronzing your face, try not to make it so much, except you want it to be like, yeah, so much. But personally, I just don't want it to be so much. Really, the bronze past. Okay, I want the major attraction to be on the eyeshadow and the lips, not on the bronzer. So right now I don't even know what I was doing. I was just there to add other shades, the same shade I used for my shimmer on the same thing under the eyes. I don't know if it came out nice. So you guys tell me, do you think I made the mistake to do that under the eyes? Well, personally I kinda like it though. But if you feel like it's too much, let me know in the comment section. But this is what we have, guys. I hope you loved this tutorial. I hope it was really very helpful. And let me know if you're going to give it a try on the comment section. And if you do, let me know or send a picture so we can give you a thumbs up yourself. See you guys in my next video. Bye.